Welcome back, baby dolls. More juicy updates coming your way. You've already seen, right, the new information for pDAI. You're seeing all these things peg on chain, which is very interesting, okay? I've already covered that for you. It is extremely interesting, coupled with some nice, juicy, I guess, underlying strength here. This is interesting, guys. You haven't seen this before. This is the pDAI-pHEX ratio. I actually have shown it to you. It went to 1.0 and then just collapsed all the way back down. And that's actually back to 0.4. So that's actually really nice how this is like moving in sync, friends. It's actually pretty cool. I wonder if it's just going to like move towards $1, 1.0, and then that might be it. See how they're hugging each other? That's pretty cool, right? They're moving up together. I think that's fascinating. This is the pDAI pulse ratio as well. So this has been cracking on over time. So that might be it, friends. There's this like soft liquidity bonding friendship that happens between them, and then they all win together. We are all in this together. If that's the whole point of if this happens is the hyperloop out here. Continuing on as well, more updates. And just to confirm for you, yeah, friends, when you are, look, if I see extreme prices, I'm here hunting for edge. I want to check every minute, every hour, every day. Is there more information coming out that's counter to the narrative or with it? I want to check that every day. I want to be able to just view it because the stakes are high, man. And it's not just the stakes are high as in like, oh, you lose all your money to go to zero. No, no, no. Like if you're sleeping at the wheel, this is the opportunity to add if you think it'd be correct. And of course, it's just odds. It's critical. It literally is critical. You don't get these times much. It's like going back in zombie virus times. Imagine when Bitcoin goes down to 4K, yeah, 2020 March. Imagine you're like, I'm going to wait out like 5 months and see if things are better. Yeah, but 5 months later from March, if you go to September, now Bitcoin's it hit 10,000, 11,000. Yes, I remember now. It's 5 months later, Bitcoin's at 12,000. See what I mean? It's not 4K anymore. It's 12. So you can wait it out and you see things, but you know that's why it's really important. If you're wondering what's happening to PulseChain right now, friends, I can't help you because I don't know, but I made 4 videos of what I think is happening. What I think is happening is we are running the Soylana Playbook. So when you see PulseChain prices like obliterated, this is HEX getting destroyed like 70% down in a month, and PulseChain itself, that's what I feel is happening. Running the Soylana Playbook, it's here, friends. Solana was totally and completely wrecked, but it had so much free press about being wrecked that they got a free lottery ticket towards pumping back up. It didn't matter if the chain froze or needed rebooted, as long as people kept buying for whatever reason. Memes, I guess, number go up. All right. That could be what's happening right now. Let's break it. We're getting all the stuff. That's what it feels like. Making all the noise. We're getting out weekends. Remember, I don't have any secret communication. Like, no one's coming and directly saying to me, hey, this is exactly what's happening. There's psyops and guessing and stuff everywhere. That's what I feel like is happening. And that tweet was buried in the middle of his 33 tweet storm about that stupid pDAI that he suggested we stop buying, but then he did something else on chain. So he said, stop buying pDAI, then on chain 9 minutes later, swaps into a token called Nope, then goes into eDAI. So everyone can stop crying when start enjoying the show. These are the candles, friends. It's thin liquidity fugazi. They can't hurt us. So don't forget those ratios, friends. Remember, we're all working together for these higher gains. It's just that, man, because you don't have heaps of new people coming in. Everyone's like yelling at each other. But you're just a tribe of like 6 people. It's literally like you're in the same trailer park. There's like 6 people in one little group, and they're like yelling at their cousins, which is just another group of 6 people. That's what it is, okay? Hopefully, over time, these things just resolve itself. But we know, man, with Ethereum near 1,800, 1,700, bro, we need to show the goods. You know, it was $4,000 a year ago, man. Like, ETH BTC is down 74% in 4 years, exactly 4 years to the day. ETH BTC. This is Big Daddy, bro. I'm just showing like the cloud that's raining on all of us, friends. It really is. It's thunderstorming on all of us together. I want to show you this really cool thread from Mr. PulseDotWin. Now, this is interesting, okay? So, thread. Richard Hart is working with all major players in Ethereum to pull off the biggest stunt in crypto since Bitcoin. You are not bullish enough. Let's read this. Eric Wall is one of the most connected engineers in blockchain. He's been dropping subtle clues and even directly stating that he's been working with Richard Hart. In January 2025, he posted this Pulse Doge picture of him and Richard imitating a scene from Scarface where Frank asks Tony to work for him. Since then, he has posted more directly about working with Richard as evidenced below. So I'll go through the content, right? What would you do if I told you all the people saying bad things about Hex are actually my friends and in on it, promoting through drama? Richard Hart. So this is the picture. I did not know that this was a Scarface picture. I did not know that that's what they're imitating. I thought it was just like a random picture of it. Did not know. Interesting. And he has the actual, wow, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. That picture out here. Very interesting. This is the, I guess is it.
Hey, I'm gonna get you new clothes too.
So that must be it. As well, look at this. So shout out to Fasting God, Yakub. How much did Richard Hart pay you to be the antagonist in this saga? Surely you're not doing all this marketing and trolling for free. If you're good at something, don't do it for free. Eric. Let's just say I haven't been paying rent myself since 2022. He said this March 2020. Wow, he said this 5 days ago, 6-7 days. Interesting. Next comment. Eric, I was one of the engineers Richard Hart asked help from. I did the initial feasibility analysis and gave him the crucial Aragon client recommendation, which they adopted. KDP. So I already admitted I would be losing my bet to you over a month ago. So is it like a fetish to follow me around? Or are you sad you can't talk to Richard? Or is it just because everyone else who has a bet with you is hiding? Eric, I'm not talking about the bet. You're so close to something much more important. What do you think? Do you think it's controlled FUD? Do you think it's controlled secrecy FUD to do that? I wonder. And then here is, this is Eric when he debated Richard on stage.
So tell us about your the top developers in PulseChain.
Okay.
Are there any ones that I know about? Because if I don't know about them, they're probably shit.
Hey,
probably shit. So
it was also, friends, in that debate, you can still watch it. Richard basically, he hinted what he had done with Hex. He said, he goes, theoretically, what if someone raised money in Ethereum and then sold the top and then rotated the funds in? Okay. He literally said that. Now, I watched that. I looked at the chart. I showed you Hex versus ETH. Right? I showed you Hex versus ETH. Well, let's actually get the chart out now. And I pointed to everyone, when Ethereum topped out, that's when we actually had like the 3 to 4 months, the nuclear run that everyone remembers. Okay. Do you want to know what's actually something amazing? Richard, still to this day, bro, they haven't figured out how the hell you did it. Friends, we have on-chain people, their nostrils are literally deep inside rectums. These rectum sniffers are checking everyone's wallets, wallet watching, tasting it, you know, get your finger in it, get a bit sticky, get a bit slimy. It's pooey everywhere, okay? That's how deep these people have their noses, checking the chain, checking everyone's wallets. Yet still, see, I can see on the chart what's happening. I don't have evidence though. I saw this. And by the way, Richard's own words said he did it. So Richard's words said he did it. I can see it from the chart. The timing all matches up, but nothing on chain shows it. No one's been able to prove it. It reminds me of the pDAI stuff, similar. It really does. Where not all the pieces of the puzzle are there, but like if you look at certain things, they're saying a different message. That's the information asymmetry, by the way. Yeah, information asymmetry is the gap. Right? So like, let's say there's like 100 units of information to learn out there. The average person's got like 20. Yeah, if you keep learning, you get up to like, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You can finally figure it out. Oh, see, just because you learn all the information doesn't mean you know the future. It just means you can like get a better idea of the scope of, say, the FUD or anything, how undervalued something is, if it's undervalued at all. You see, it doesn't change the odds, right? So Mr. PlsDotWin, look at this. Look at this. Quote. So this is from Maria.
Players at the moment. Yeah, I don't know everything, but it seems like there's more cohesion with what's going to make PulseChain success than there is cohesion with any other chain by far. Like we have everybody within the Ethereum system, like directly working with Richard. Yeah.
Weird, right? So literally the quote again, we have everyone within the Ethereum system like directly working with Richard. Really strange. Everyone? It's weird, man. It's really weird, friends. You gotta admit, it's weird to say we got everyone. Like, not, oh, we got Tom and Eric and Shemshoni and David Hawkins from my Telegram as well. Thank you, basically, David Hawkins, for the amazing pop-up art, which is beautiful. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, friends. I love if you guys could use that ChatGPT, make more. I'm literally saving them right now. They're awesome. The comics. He didn't say that. He just, everyone's working with him. Friends, what if it turns out, I don't want to go, like, we don't have no evidence of this, but what if Richard just got some CypherPunks? They're like, you know what? I don't like this whole BlackRock stuff. Bitcoin, Ethereum, we've sold our soul. We need the special economic zone. I don't like how MakerDAO now has USD soy. Now they're called SkyNet, which is the, can you believe it, man? You went and made a blacklist function. You went against all your crypto cypherpunk ethos, and then you named yourself to the Terminator movie, that death machine that takes over and kills humanity, SkyNet. You literally named yourself Sky. Like, you could not write this in a movie. No one would believe it. No one would believe it. You wouldn't be honest. You're watching a movie, you're like, oh, let's just turn our backs on everyone. Let's put a blacklist function on this dog shit USDs. Let's actually call it USD soy, USDS. Let's put a blacklist function, and then let's call us Sky, as in SkyNet, the Terminator one. Like, wow, no one will believe it. No, there's no way it's true. But yeah, man, it's true. So James Ellis Osborne, that's Maria. The third, claimed to have never met, spoken to, or worked with Richard. But I think there's a little slip up here when he says we. Based on recent actions, most have lost faith in Interpretive. However, it's hard for me to believe he willingly doxed himself only to rug the community and destroy his reputation. The Atropa 414 wallet traces back to OG Hex Mega Whale pump wallets. Oh, wow. So that's the pump wallet, actually. No one's been able to figure it out. He was either paid 25 million by a Hex OG pre-Pulse launch to build a Tropa, or the AF14 wallet that sent the 414 wallets is also his, meaning he was already worth deep 8 figures. Why dox yourself and risk it all? I don't believe the story ends here. Very interesting. So there was an OG Hex Mega Pump Whale wallet. So he either got paid 25 million or that's his wallet himself. Wow, man. Next. See, man, this is the stuff. We don't have all the answers, bro. But like, see, I'm looking at it. I'm like, like, this is another point of data where, see, a lot of people, they go through all the little weeds. They're like, oh, no, what color is the Pokeball? What color is the Pokeball? What type of Pokeball? Is it a great ball, ultra ball, normal standard Pokeball? But just sit down, man. It's a Pokeball. You know what I mean? Like, it's just another day where it's not zero. It makes you think. It's another day, it's not zero. Look at this. Even Vitalik included Richard Hart in his 2024 list of crypto main characters. I remember that. I reported on that. This was after PulseChain launched and when the SEC case was already ongoing. Richard Hart kept his position on the list despite abysmal PulseChain price performance, irrelevance, and legal concerns. Why? Is something going on behind the scenes? Let's not forget over 300,000 BTC free claimed Hex. OG big dogs like Roger Ver and others are known to be friends with Richard Hart. The connection runs deep. So that's, I remember this. Richard Hart is on his main characters thing. He's got Uncle Bob Lucas. Wow. Uncle Bob Lucas main character? Wow, I just didn't think of Uncle Bobby Lucas main character. Peter Brandt? Nah, bro. Uncle Peter Brandt. Uncle Peter Brandt, friends, worse than a flip of a coin. What are you talking about? He's a main character. Interesting. Jordan Fish. Just call him Crypto Kobe. That's funny. Oh, man. Plan B's been annihilated. They're coming back, by the way. Charlie Lee. Yeah. Interesting. Let's continue. So, Richard Hart was well aware of the PulseChain Maker vulnerabilities as exhibited on live streams pre-launch, but he just watched as someone exploited it and robbed his chain for the past 2 years, leeching liquidity and stealing mindshare. That's why if you look on chain, you're like, man, I don't think you accidentally let a Vietnamese kid just thrash his dong out. Just me, right? Let's play some
The sun is killing my buzz. That's why they call it morning.
Okay, continuing. Numerous accounts reported on the PulseChain Maker takeover in July 2023. Yet none of Richard's Genius 14 devs call it. Highly unlikely, yeah. In July 2023, there was a takeover of Maker. So, yeah, man, that's what they did, friends. They launched it. It looks like they launched it, and then they did like these manual takeovers. Very interesting, man, and also very ballsy. But you never told anybody about the plan. You launched your chain. Yeah. It's kind of like you have a block of land and you haven't told anybody, but you're going to go take, there's this open land for everybody in the community, and then you go and you build like a tree cubby house and you claim it. But really you planned it from the start. But then you took the risk. What if someone else decided to build a cubby house, a tree house there? But you're like, part of the game, right? It's part of the risks. Following the takeover, this brilliant group of cypherpunks made numerous governance changes to execute the following amongst things. Peg pUSDC to pDAI. It's still pegged 7 months later. They fixed the near Rainbow Aurora bridges to Optimism, Polygon, Arbitrum base mantle with all the stablecoin liquidity pools needed to facilitate the rush that will come to PulseChain post-peg. 4. They fixed the 2023 inflation bug, which minted 75% of the pDAI supply. Yeah, so pDAI used to have like 6 billion, then went to 24 billion. And then the inflation got fixed. Richard, no one tweeted about it. Then we added 250 million pDAI, and I was like, oh, you're taking down the train, guys. You're just taking down the chain. Why weren't you yelling when there was 18 billion pDAI mixed? Interesting. As Richard clearly stated, the only people that can nuke pDAI are the exploiters, who are, in my opinion, likely benevolent cypherpunks, as evidenced. Right? Ethereum whales who got a free copy have no power over pDAI. This is a very well thought out plan being executed by a cohesive network of genius cypherpunks. They are not risking their reputations and years of dedication to 1, rug everyone, or 2, watch it all crumble to nothing. There is a greater plan, and I believe it will be the greatest achievement in crypto since Bitcoin, an originless, decentralized, stable coin. Yeah. You know, a lot of people, friends, they get like, oh, if I would do it, I'd be famous. Yeah, bro. You're coming after a 15-year industry. You get it, you dingleberry? You don't even know who Bitcoin is, who Satoshi is today. These are the OGs. You don't know who they are. You don't know who they are for a reason. Friends, did you know someone did an early version of Bitcoin and the government put him in jail for like 10 years? You know that? I forgot what they called it. And you know Hal Finney, I think he was friends with the lawyer who was overseeing the case. And then when they went, I think it was like in early 2000s, and when they went out of the court, I think the guy who got the sentence, I think Hal said to the lawyer, I think it was a lawyer who told the story. Hal said to him, the next time we do this, we've got to do it right. Yeah. So I think what they meant is the next time we do this, we've got to be anonymous. That's what it meant. That's what he says. Next time we do this, next time. And then Bitcoin comes out years later. So they learned, oh, we can't have our public face here. Even though we're busy building technology to liberate man, we can't put our faces on it. It has to be anonymous. That's Satoshi. Yeah, they're real stories, friends. Real stories. And I remember that. And when, look, see, you don't care because you want fame. Okay, but friends, these people with $1 billion, they can go buy fame in 2 seconds, dude. Do you understand, friends? Do you understand how annoying it is? Imagine you just want to go to a public bathroom and just hang a big fat dump like everybody else. And you just have 16 people waiting for you outside because they want to take a picture with you. You know what I mean? It gets annoying. What if they want to do? They do stuff. Your kids are in danger. You're in danger. Government wants to take you down. Government's shutting down your bank account. You know what I mean? It's not the prettiest life. Not the smiles of the dopamine of just random anonymous people on the internet yelling at you. That's movie stars and like pop stars. You know what I mean? That's not real. And by the way, they're all controlled puppets anyway too. And they're doing like dumb stuff. They're just like, oh, you're singing songs, right? Not, oh, you're making a competitor to freaking world money.
In the case of DAI,
let's see Ricardo Corazon himself.
But in the case of DAI, that I don't think has admin keys. It does have Oracle stuff though, but I don't think anyone can just mint DAI for free whenever they want. But
so he had a deep understanding as well. This is the pUSDC-pDAI peg. Look at that, peg that won. The magic already happened, friends. It's already done this. The magic already happened. Look at this. Look at all the reporting on 2023 when the PulseChain Maker Governance token takeover happened. I am shocked. Look at this. I am shocked Richard Hart or his team didn't realize this yet. And they yet still didn't realize or look into it for almost 2 years until now. After pDAI slowly morphed into the biggest leech on Pulse. Very interesting. So when the Pulse MakerDAO was done, no one looked at it. Now after he says it's a leech, now they're talking about stuff. More juicy information. Must read. The only people that can nuke pDAI are the exploiters, aka benevolent cypherpunks, right? So got it now, Anon? Richard Hart, why can't anyone else send coins easily to zero? Well, the exploiters inflated the supply so much and sold so much that no matter how much pDAI you had at the fork, you can't really sell that much percent-wise. The only people that can really nuke the price super hard are those that exploited already. Very ominous omen words there. The only people who could actually nuke it to zero are the people who bought up that inflation early, who own a lot of supply, who bought it up for the reason of the big dream anyway. Interesting. It's just literally like the only people that can nuke Hex are the original believers, Richard Hart and Godwell, if they just kept dumping it down. Yeah, and then everyone just leaves out of mistrust or something. You see? It's the same principle. And it's up to your belief whether you think it will happen or not, which you don't have confirmation, friends. So, like, I find it interesting, right? The event, look, these are rare moments, man. These are rare moments. The pDAI Telegram is growing. The price is cheap as hell. It's uptrending on the pDAI pulse ratio. And the story's not exactly adding up with a lot of the fudsters. Okay, I'm not going to go back away from like, oh, let's just go talk about other stuff for the sake of it. No. No. And eventually it'll like stabilize in price and it's like, oh, I guess it's not the cheapest thing. Eventually they get to stuff like this. This is the Pulse PLS price chart. Unfortunately, the triangle, friends, did break down. This triangle, that was a triangle. So then I just have a new strategy. Just go make a new triangle. That's exactly, that's what you do. That's what you do. I know, man, it's rough, friend. It's rough. What do? I'm hoping whoever's scamming it down scams it up soon. Let me know what you think. Man, I got the highest value content in crypto. Like, subscribe, catch you soon.